I was able to get 500K on the year, I'm gonna buy myself something. And I've been wanting a watch for, specifically this watch, for like 2 years. All right, so it's currently one day before I get and pick up the Rolex, and this is my first watch, my first Rolex watch ever. I do have a Cartier Santos, and this is probably like my dream watch. Now, obviously, like there's watches out there that are like much more expensive that I want to buy in the future, but like whenever I was growing up, this was like the watch that I was always looking at. I was like, if anyone ever had a Rolex Wimbledon dial, this is like the watch that I absolutely love. And just the fact that I'm able to be able to purchase something like this at 23 years old, I know it's nothing crazy, you know, it's just motivation. Like, it's fucking insane, because 2 years ago, like, if you would have told me any of this is real right now, like, I'm literally sitting on the balcony of my high-rise in Miami, which I'm paying like $8,000 a month for, which is like insane. I don't know why I'm paying so much for it, but it's fucking beautiful and it's amazing. And this is my dream life. Like, I'm absolutely just living my dream life, and I never thought I'd be able to get into this position so soon in life. And I'm just so glad that I did everything that I said I would do. I told myself these are the things I had to do, and if I did them, this is the position that I would be in life. And that's exactly what I did. I just grinded. I put my head down, even when things weren't working. Like, I wasn't making money for years. For a year or two, I was not making a single penny, and I still did not care. I still did the hard things. I still did the things that were uncomfortable, and I literally grinded non-stop, no matter what, no matter how hard it got. I literally got to points where I was fucking tearing up, and I just thought my life was over because I had no plan B. Like, I had nothing else. It was trading, or, you know, at that point, just nothing. Like, I had nothing to fall back on. You know, my parents weren't going to give me any money. I didn't have anyone to give me anything. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I had any path in life. I never wanted to go back to school. And the fact that I could be here right now is just absolutely insane to me. And even more so, the fact that today I was able to make $19,000 in one day. Like, you could literally see right here. This is the date, August 5th to August 5th, $20,000 in one day I was able to make. Now, that covers basically the watch in one day. One day I'm able to make $20,000. And I used to work for $15 an hour in like summer jobs, trying to make enough money to trade and add into my account. And now I'm able to make $20,000 in one day. Are you serious? Like, this is the craziest thing to me. I don't even believe that, like, this is real life. I'm literally going to Mykonos in 1 week. I'm spending $50,000 on a vacation, and like, to me at this point, it's like money that I make in a day or two, and it's like fucking crazy, because I never thought in my life I would even be this, like, in this position to be able to do all these things and build this type of wealth and enjoy the life that I wanted to live and that I was dreaming of living, and that I saw people living on TikTok in 2020. Like, this is not something I've been able to do for, you know, years now. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years. I saw people doing this on TikTok in 2020, 2021, and I was like, if they could do it, why can't I do this? Why is this something I can't do? Right? If someone else is able to get out and do it, if they're able to learn the skill, if they're able to do this, and if they're able to make a ton of money off the skill, why can't I make that amount of money? Why can't I do it? Right? They're not special. They're nobody who's like crazy smart, right? They're just people who followed their dreams. They did what other people said they wouldn't be able to do. They proved other people wrong. They used the hate, they used the doubt, they used it as motivation, and they went out there and they proved people wrong, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do. And regardless of if people loved them, if they hated them, no matter what, they just grinded. And that's the most important thing. You need to grind. You need to put your head down. You need to grind. You need to do this, because if you don't, your dream life is going to pass you by like this. And you're always going to tell yourself, oh, there's another day tomorrow to start this. There's another day for me to do this. But in reality, if you don't start now, if you don't start grinding, and if you really start, like, if you're watching this video and you're not getting motivated, then I really don't know what's wrong with you, because this is the type of videos that I was watching 5 years ago, and now I'm literally living my dream. It's insane. It's insane. You can manifest it. You can look at other people and you can either get mad or you can get motivated. You can get motivated and you can do the exact same thing that I did, right? I'm giving you the blueprint. You just have to follow it. You have to put the work in. You have to have dedication, and you too can get to this point. So I'm excited to go pick up the watch tomorrow. I'm going to take you guys along, and I just want to say, like, I'm so fucking grateful. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to myself to being able to do the things that, you know, that are hard, and I'm just so grateful. Like, I'm so grateful, man. And it's been a blessing. Like, I love this journey. I love this process. I love trading. I'm so glad I found something that I enjoy to do at such a young age. And I hope every single person that's watching this is able to do the same thing. All right, guys, it's currently August 1st, first day of August. So far, the month of July, honestly, the start was really good. The end was like pretty mid. I've been kind of getting clapped by the market, but I have hit a milestone, and I hit $500,000 in profits on the years. And I told myself on the year, and I told myself if I was gonna get to that, if I was able to get 500K on the year, I'm gonna buy myself something. And I've been wanting a watch for, specifically this watch, for like, I don't even know, like 2 years now. And I'm not like huge materialistic person. Like, I don't really care that much about watches, cars, things like that. Like, I've started to like them more as I've started to make more money, but they don't like matter that much to me. However, I think, you know, it's good to reward yourself, and it's good to also give yourself more motivation. Like, if you see something and you're like, oh, my money could buy this, I now want to make more money, and I want to make sure that like I'm motivated. It gets me motivated to do these things. And also, it's good to reward yourself. At the end of the day, you can invest, save, but you're not really taking your money to the grave. So if you know, invest enough and you're not stupid, right? Like this year, I've already invested 7 figures almost. And I think it's okay to, you know, treat yourself and stuff. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, buy my first watch, my first Rolex actually, not my first watch. I do have a Cartier Santos, but I do want to take you guys with me to buy this watch. Obviously, we'll see if we'll cop it. I'm trying to get it for 15.5 realistically. They're trying to sell it for 16.5, so we'll see if we'll be able to meet in the middle. Not very good at negotiating, but we'll try, and we'll see if we can cop this watch. So we'll see you guys there, and let's hope we'll get it. All right, I'm about to go pick up the watch. Just have to throw on a calm little fit. If you haven't seen my house reveal yet that I filmed like 5 months ago, because I literally have been already moved out for like 5 months, this is how the house looks. And today actually the weather is really nice, so you could see the view out there. Blue water, we got the cruise ships, and a view of the city. Man, I love this apartment. I don't like the building, but I love this apartment. This apartment is beautiful. All right, so I'm on the way to pick up the watch. I got this from Timepiece Trading. A lot of you probably have heard of them. I think they sell it to like a lot of known people. We'll call them influencers out there. So that's how I got the connection. And yeah, I'm paying way above retail, to be honest. But I mean, I'm never gonna get the allocation anyways. And this has been a watch that I've been dreaming about for a while. So it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta overpay a little bit for things that you want. But I do think it's gonna hold some pretty good value. I've looked at the overall market for Wimbledon's, and over the last like 3-4 years, it's held up pretty well in value. Like in 2021, I think it was like 20K or something. Now it's like closer to 16. So I think overall, hopefully it holds up pretty nicely. And yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know, buying this as an investment, just buying this because I want it. And it's actually a really funny story. I literally bought this bracelet, which is like the Cartier nail bracelet, like 3 or 4 months ago in anticipation for buying this watch. I was just waiting for an allocation from Rolex, but at this point I realized like I'm never getting one, especially for the Wimbledon. Like they might get me like just a normal Datejust, but not that dial. So it is what it is. Had to go out and do the work myself and make sure we get the right watch. All right, so here are some trades that I'm currently in. The one thing I love about being a trader is just being able to leave the office technically and just still be able to manage like my trades, make money. And it's pretty crazy to have the time freedom to do this. But you can see today I'm in some really nice positions, up about like 4 to 5K. Let's look at the total P&L, 6K on the day. And yesterday it was a $25,000 day. Today it's a 6K day, so that comes out to like 30,000, and the week just started. Pretty crazy. And that shows you the power of trading. If you do it the right way, if you trade the right way, if you have conviction in your setups, and if you do things right, then there's no reason you shouldn't succeed and make some absolutely crazy money. I pretty much paid off this watch in like 3 trades. I haven't really taken anything, just a lot of size and conviction. And that shows you that all you need to do is just be confident and choose the right stocks.
My newbies look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown.
You funny.
I wanna know, but she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime.
Okay, so I'm driving, but I can show it. Look, the combo goes insane. I don't even think the camera is doing it justice, but this is honestly hard. Like, there's people out there that buy ugly watches, but this shit's hard. Like, I can't even lie. Like, this is not, I don't know if it's worth the money that it is, but it's so hard. Like, this is really nice. And at the end of the day, it's gonna appreciate in value. And, well, probably not gonna appreciate, but at least it'll hold some value. That's all that matters, right? And I like it, so that's all that matters. But it shows you, if you work hard, you can spoil yourself a little bit. Don't be stupid. Don't spend your first $30,000 on a watch. But if you're able to make money consistently and invest 50% or whatever of what you make, be smart about it, then you can also invest. All right, guys, it's currently Friday, last day of the week so far. It's been a pretty decent week, I would say. It wasn't like my best week, but I caught a few different really good trades, a few different really good setups, and so far I'm wrapping up the week here. Probably not gonna take anything else. It's 1:30, so I took a few trades off the morning. Made a decent amount of money today. I think today we made, $7,000 on the day today. So here you go. You can see my P&L right here. $7,000 on the day. Refresh it. Obviously that's real. That comes out to about $25,000 on the week. Yesterday I did have a losing day. So I did lose a little bit, about $4,000. Today I won $7,000, so that comes out to about $3,000 the last 2 days here of the week. But the beginning of the week was very strong, ending it off pretty decently as well. These are still swings that I'm in, so they can continue to run. But I'm gonna show you the setups right here really quickly. So the one that made me the most today was on the ticker Google. I mean, you could just see this insane move here on the 5-minute chart, but the daily chart was just phenomenal. Like, it was almost a perfect kind of base here. Broke out in the morning. I bought it right as it was breaking out. As always, I alerted this to the group. You could see right here the exact entry that I took, the trim, everything like that. Always gonna be alerted to the group. And yeah, pretty nice end to the week. Could have obviously done a little bit better, but it is what it is. You know, the more opportunities we have, the better we get. And the more we trade, the more we learn, the more we get better. And you know, at the end of the day, as long as you're making money and you're green, there's always more money to be made in the market, right? Like, there's always more opportunities. I hate when people like get down on themselves because they miss a ton of stuff. Like, yeah, obviously you can learn from those mistakes, but don't be down on yourself. There's always gonna be more opportunities. The markets always give you more. Just figure out why you didn't catch the stocks that you were looking at. Figure out what went wrong. Was it a bad entry? Was it a bad plan? What was, you know, missing? And then from there you can adjust and go forward. So now I'm gonna go to the gym, take you guys with me, do a little bit of boxing to wrap up the week. Always like to work out around like 1:30 to 2 in the middle of the day. That way I don't overtrade. A big issue for a lot of new traders is overtrading. They overtrade because what they do is end up taking way too many trades in lunch hours because it's very slow. There's nothing really moving. and they end up taking way too many trades because they get baited into stocks that they think look really good, but all they're doing is just wanting to overtrade. So I actually think having either a 9 to 5, having a side hobby, or building another business while trading, or even, you know, going to the gym and doing things like that during the day actually benefits you a lot more than being a full-time trader who just sits there watching the charts all the time, because that's not how trading should be. I think you always want to give yourself time off at lunch. Obviously, if something triggers and it's a setup you don't want to miss and it triggers during lunch, you could trade it. But don't be that person that looks through all like a bunch of charts, like trying to get yourself into something when nothing is there. You want to see what's setting up, but you want to wait for your actual triggers to hit. That was a big mistake that I made when I was first starting out. And one of the biggest things that held me back as a trader was taking a ton of trades when there wasn't anything to take during the lunch hours. And what I did was starting to go to the gym around that time. That cut out a bunch of the trades that I was forcing out. And now, you know, I'm way more consistent, way more profitable because I don't do that anymore. And I wait for my setups. So keep that in mind, wait for your setups. And that is how you're gonna be able to catch the best names in the market. Not having FOMO, not being impatient. You need to do all those things, be patient, have discipline. That is how you become a profitable trader. Dude, this car looks so good at night, man. It's not night, but it's like dark. This shit is so nice, man. Fuck. Well, anyways, guys, I am looking to buy another car. So if you guys aren't familiar, right, like if you make a good amount of money and you have an LLC, sometimes it's really worth it at the end of the year to just buy a car for a tax write-off, specifically like an SUV or something that weighs over 6,000 pounds. And I've been looking at a bunch of different things, and I'm not really sure what I want to get, because I kind of want to get like a sports car, meaning like kind of like a supercar, either like a McLaren or a McLaren 765 would be nice. Either that or a GT3 or Turbo S, as a Porsche, or an Audi R8. I don't know, I'm kind of between all those cars. Like, I know they're really different and stuff, but I don't know, because I have this car, which is a CLE 53 AMG. So it's not a 63. It's not as fast as I would want it to be. Obviously not the worst problem in the world to have. Like, I'm not being, you know, naive or anything, but I still want to get something a little bit nicer. Like, I want to get something like, you know, that I can just like pull up in and have like hella aura. And I am starting to like cars a lot more. Not because, you know, I want to impress anybody or anything like that, just because for myself, like I work hard, I make money. So why not, you know, try to get something that I really, really want and enjoy, especially if it's going to be a tax write-off. But that's obviously not an SUV. So the tax write-off isn't going to be as good as getting like a Urus. So that's kind of like what I'm in between. Like, do you guys think I should get a Urus? Because this shit is regular traffic. Like, there's literally one right here. Like, there's a Urus right here. Like, should I get a Urus? Or should I get, like, just a supercar? Like, I don't know. Let me know down below. Like, what do you guys think? What would you do in this situation? Like, if you could buy a car anywhere between 300 to 400K, what would you guys get? And, like, would you take the tax deduction or not? Because I still have this as a daily driver, technically. And, I mean, it's so nice. Like, I don't want to give this up, you know? So I don't know, but like, I don't know, guys. Like, I really don't know. What do you think I should do?